Every nigga is a star. Who will remind you that you're a liar? Every nigga is a star. 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 Every nigga is a star.
I don't know what this world's gonna bring. But I know one thing. That this is the life for me. Baby, 'cause I'm a thug. All day, every day. Baby, 'cause I'm a thug. Wouldn't change it for the world. 'Cause I'm a thug. That's right. You heard. Baby, 'cause I'm a thug. Oh, yeah. Check it out. Ashe.
Right.
Ashe. That was a good one.
I liked it.
I don't know what this world's gonna end. 'Cause I'm baby, 'cause I'm a thug. Yes. Welcome back to another episode of Nobody Asked Me, but I am your host, DeSandies, and I'm joined here by Nigga Nate, a.k.a. Big Dog Tash. Ooh, not a third today, just a two. Yeah, girl.
Okay.
It's a thing. You got to listen to it every week.
I heard Nigga Nate last time.
But she has a call.
I didn't hear the call.
She has a... What happened to that boy?
All right, then.
You know. Lisa, would you like a name?
I mean, I got one.
Oh, let's hear it.
My name is Trip.
Trimp.
Trip. Short for Triple B. Big, black, and beautiful.
Ooh, big, black, and beautiful. Were you sitting at our table at social studies when we made the big...
Ma'am.
Yeah,
yes,
that was a good one.
It was a good one.
What did I miss?
You were there.
It was Jaleesa.
It was Jaleesa, Joy, Elisa, and me during... Not social studies. It might have been social studies in 11th grade or 10th grade, and with Miss Stegmeyer and her wonk eye. And she was my bestie until she tried to tell me my dress was too small at prom. Fuck you, bitch. And so I don't care. No, Miss Stegmeyer, I hope you're doing well. But we had a group. She separated all the tables out into groups, and you had to make a name of your group, and we were Big, Black, and Beautiful. And she said, all right, I'm here for it. So she was cool until she tried to say some shit about my dress. Fuck you, ho. Anyway.
You mad? All right, Trip.
Nah, I just, a Trip. Welcome, Trip.
Thank you.
It should be Trip because Elisa...
Fuck you.
It should be Trip because Elisa is accident prone and I completely, and I always tell her, full disclosure. So, disclosure, not disclaimer, right? I messed that up last time.
Yes, full disclosure.
Doing great. Full disclosure, Elisa got hit by a car in broad daylight by an old woman, and I'll never let her live it down.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy that she's alive to tell us. She's fine. Right before my party? Luther's party. Oh, shout out to Luther, and shout out to the lady that made her miss the party. But I just
called Joy
I can't go.
I got hit by a car.
And I mean, she says it in such. Oh, man. I can't do anything today. I got hit by a car. So, if someone called me and acts like that, I feel like they're lying, but not Elisa.
You better believe it's true.
Better believe it. Because the poor thing, she can't see at night, But we love her. So Trip, short Trip, you want us to refer to you as Trip or tripping or falling? For the...
That one. That last one.
Fallen?
You must.
You wanted me to do it with the sound?
You have to do it with the singing.
Okay, so I'll remember
it's not
that.
Right.
DeSandies, Big Dog Tash, and Fallen. Good to know. So, welcome back to another episode. So let's get right into it. So I watched the show called Life After Lockup. And on this show, it's a motley crew of people. One of which is a young woman by the name of Megan. Now, Megan on the Instagram and the like. Her handle is Megan. And Megan. It sounds like the late night commercials that you think are porn, but it's not. And it's just this one person.
It's just awkward to have play.
Call us tonight and you can get a nice phone call and a warm, sexy voice that'll keep you. What? It just is like, what? It's literally in the middle of Golden Girls. And it's just like, what? What's happening?
I love Golden Girls.
I love Golden Girls. Shout out to Golden Girls. I mean, but also shout out to the nursing homes because I'm sure that's how they get started. And the rate of sexual transmitted diseases at old homes is a conversation within itself. They're really getting busy. I didn't think things still worked down there. Anyway, life after lockup, Meggy. So Meggy, speaking of old, dresses like a 45-year-old, 55-year-old auntie from the Ruta to the Tuta, head to toe. Things that are just like very old, very unfortunately lacy, very ill fit. She always gives us lots of cleavage, lots of shoulder. It's all wrong. She is in love with a felon. And this particular felon, Michael, is married to Sarah. And they now have 2 children. But when she came into the picture, she had one. And then when she found out about her, when she being Megan, when she finally found out about Sarah, his wife, she was pregnant with the second child. So,
But Megan hit queen.
Yes. So the thing is that he went to go pick her up from the airport at the end of last season of Life After Lockup. And instead of just not picking her up from the airport and going directly to his parole meeting, he picked her up and then he asked her to put the address in the GPS and she didn't pay attention to the address and so has him going in the opposite direction and makes him 10 minutes late for his parole, and that lands him back in jail for 3 months.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, the thing is, for me, 2 things. One, if you've been to parole all this time, you got to know how to get there. But B, who don't know how to work at a GPS?
I'm also not trusting nobody. This is my life. For real.
I don't understand why you didn't ask. I don't understand. Like, she's like, when I tell you this girl, I don't know her personally. I'm sure she's a nice girl. But when I tell you that throughout the episode, she'd be making the decisions that are like, girl, I don't even know how you got to this conclusion. She just really feels and portrays herself to be very sheltered, very close, like not close-minded, but just out to lunch with reality. She literally said, my boyfriend just had a second child with his wife. Girl, that's not your boyfriend. But there, so many things.
Shit.
So now, I'm sure you two and the listeners at home are asking me, why is this crazy human being the Jet Beauty of the Week? Because even though she's a cute face, again, I call her 28, 45, 13 because she is 28. She looks 45. And she's a very childlike demeanor of 13. But the reason why she's a Jet Beauty of the Week this week is because 2 episodes ago, she goes to see Michael, and they're sitting, and he's now home, but he's on house arrest, so he can't leave. And they are sitting in his parking lot in the snow in front of his mom's house, in the backseat of the car, where he asks for head. And so she's kind of like,
It reminds me, I guess, I don't know, was it like...
It reminds me of high school. It reminds me of my child teenagehood experiences.
No.
But it just, it's just childlike behavior for adults. I'm not saying that no one's, hasn't...
Is she still a virgin? Did she have sex with him?
Well, she's already had sex with him. She was a virgin. She lost his virginity to him on the TV.
Holy crap. What?
On the TV.
They, she told production to go on home, but she came out in her silk chemise and her
Really gonna go home?
and her helmet hat and she came out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what her weave looks like. It just looks like it sits on top of whatever else.
Disrespectful.
Me? Have you seen the show? Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it.
Disrespectful.
Why are you disrespectful? I didn't say anything that was wrong. Meggy J. No, that's how she spells it. Meggy J. Life after lockup.
Everything that you're saying, it just makes me like, I don't feel so bad about
you
like.
shouldn't.
You shouldn't. But what I'm about to tell you, you're going to really love. So, that's what she looks like. So, see that deep sigh? I ain't lying. So, she's sitting in the backseat of his car and they're talking and he asks for a sexual favor and she kind of skirts past it and says, I have to tell you something. And he says, well, what? What do you have to tell me?
I'm sorry. Can we pause? I'm looking at this picture of her. She looks like the crazy-eyed chick from Flavor of
Yes! From who?
Flavor of Love. The one who cooked a chicken in a microwave.
Oh my God, Hottie. Wow. Hottie who tried to tell us that she was a 38B. And she had boobs from here to Mexico. Oh my God. Wow. So there's just a tribe of women that act and look just like this.
Yes.
That is fascinating.
Thank you.
Can we find out where Hottie is from? Find out where Hottie's from because then maybe that'll give me some insight. Anyway, we get through the whole point. They're talking and she says, he asked for a sexual favor. She declines, but she kind of like skirts around it. And she's like, no, I need to talk to you. And he's like, what happened? She said, well, when you were locked up, I needed comfort. So I kissed your best friend.
She didn't.
And he was like so pissed off.
Why? You're married.
He was pissed. He called the boy up, talking about this is hoe shit. And first she didn't tell him. First she just said that she was, she was kind of like with him and that she just kind of was like feeling him a little bit and that was it. And he said, did you kiss her? She said no. He said, did you have sex with him? And she said no. But then when she was about to leave, he was feeling some type of way still.
Sir.
And he was like, so if I call him up, is he going to say the same thing that you said to me? And she said, what, that we kissed? Now, of course, she gets some of these, right. Like she's some, that's what I'm saying. The decisions. Right. It's just annoying, right? It's just annoying. But the reason why she gets Jet Beauty of the Week for me is because there ain't nothing sweeter than beating a trifling nothing nigga at his own game. It makes me feel really good. And really at the end of this last season when she met the wife, even though she's rightfully frustrated, really came at her all types of ways. And she's like, I didn't know about you. Like, I had no idea that you were married.
It's sad to see the women attack the other woman when, and like as if the man had nothing to do with this.
Right. Now, if they were to meet now at this juncture, I could understand Sarah coming at Megan any other type of way because now you know he's married and you still out here. So, but when she first saw Sarah, she was saying a lot of great comebacks. But, yes.
He's born in Boston.
Okay. That explains a little. That explains some stuff. That explains some stuff. It is rude, but Boston knows what's up.
Boston listeners.
They know what's up. I don't. Oh, dearie me. But yeah, Meggy J, come on over here and get this Jet Beauty of the Week, girl, before I change my mind.
Woo-ha.
Jet Beauty of the Week.
All right.
Boom, dynamite. Boom, boom, dynamite. Our team is boom, dynamite. Boom, boom, dynamite. Our team is tick, 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 tick. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some booty in it. Boom.
Anybody with any announcements? Any events coming up?
No.
School's coming up soon. Can't wait.
Get these trolls out of here.
2/3 is off to school.
That's helpful. That's helpful. Mm-hmm. What about you? Any announcements?
We're having a deaf cooking class at Modiani Kitchens.
What does that entail?
We are going to have a dietitian come to Modiani Kitchens and
On Englewood Ave?
yep, right on Dean
on
Street.
Dean Street, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And we're gonna have an interpreter sign, so we're gonna learn how to make some tasty dishes on August 15th.
Wow, that's
So,
cool.
Deaf, hard of hearing people about
So the interpreter, is the interpreter holding the spoon and interpreting at the same time, or how does that work?
No, we're gonna have a separate interpreter, but the cook the person who's the cook, she also signs because her parents.
Oh, that's super cool. So nice. Tell them again where it is and what time.
It's going to be Modiani Kitchens in Englewood on August 15th.
Cute.
At 6 o'clock.
Very nice. All right. No announcements for me. I don't have to go back to work until October. Praise Jesus, because camp is all done and I have a second to get back into stuff. So because of that, I'll be doing some more content creating, and Tributaries will be back. I'll announce it. I have to still figure it out. I really had to take the month to go work. And so now that I've worked and now that I have off, I can get back into me.
Also, I realize that is weird to say that I have a deaf event coming on a podcast.
No.
Tell your friends.
I see now. I see now how that could be. I see now how that could be. Just unfortunate.
I just
Oh.
gotta share the information.
No.
You never know who we're gonna reach.
Come on, don't get me canceled. I just started.
I mean, why would you get canceled?
I know it is weird for me to announce a
moment.
deaf event on a podcast.
I mean,
I'm
but
holding
there's
back laughter.
a range of hearing loss. So, like...
Okay, no, I can get that. That is fair. Okay.
But I don't want people to come at me being like, this bitch.
I think you're fine. I think
She won't be fine because I'm laughing at it. It's funny. Okay.
It's kind of funny.
All right, we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back. This episode of Nobody Asked Me But is brought to you by So Music Entertainment. If you're looking for a professional recording studio to record your music projects, podcasts, voiceovers, or whatever your audio needs are, for a reasonable price, look no further. Visit somusicent.com. That's SOHMUSICENT.com for more details. You can also follow them at somusicent, which is SOHMUSICENT on Twitter and Instagram for a free consultation. And a special shout out to Mr. Ash, the engineer who mixed and edited our podcast today. And you can follow him at Mr. Ash X, which is MRASHX. They have some of the best engineers here at Soul Recording Studios, so don't wait any longer to make your dream project a reality. Visit somusicent.com or call 929-900-6044 now. And let's get back to our show. Safira. Shatar Safira Collier. Listeners, what's SAPPHIRA?
Is it Sapphire?
Sapphira.
Sapphira. Shatar Safira. Send us email DeSandies at
I need to know.
DeSandies at
If you're
somethin'els.com.
listening, just send us a soundbite.
Yeah, so we can just be clear.
I'm not mad at that middle name, though.
Shatar Safira Collier is the host and creator of Poultry Princess, Cooking with Shatar, the TV series, which airs on Amazon Prime and now on Roku.
We gotta watch this.
On Roku and on the My Documentary TV channel. She is the co-founder of New Vista Studios, a technology and digital entertainment company which produces films, documentaries, web series, video programs, interactive e-learning content, podcasts, ebooks, audiobooks, and television programming. Now I got bitch work. Okay? You said Flavor of Love don't stop this show. And, I can still eat raw chicken. I cannot. You need to clean and cook chicken properly. But also this bio is like intense. It goes on to say, Shatar is an American Legion Distinguished Scholar No.
All right then.
Really? Without making chicken? A recipient of the Peabody Vice.
Ain't for everybody.
She got a Peabody?
Yeah,
Oh,
a recipient
hell
of the
no. What the fuck am I
Peabody
doing with
Voice.
my life?
I mean, shit. I'm sitting here peeling potatoes. Peabody Vice Achievement Award and a hobby alum. She is a popular speaker of the guest lecturer at the colleges, universities, and media events, including UCLA, UNLV, and Rio Hondo. Sorry. Quavo. Honcho. Okay. Rio Hondo College. The celebrity actress is most loved for her portrayal of the comedic character Hottie on the #1 hit MTV's network series Flavor of Love and Charm School. In addition to producing and acting, she's also a professional voiceover artist and narrator of audiobooks, animation voiceovers.
Are you telling me she
Shit.
was putting on a character
Yes.
on this show?
Of course. Of course.
Oh.
You can't be that.
You can't be that. You can't be that numb. But this is.
Absolutely.
But I gotta tell you, this makes me. This is an accomplished discussion. Like, you are out here, literally living the dreams in a very sorry weave from what I'm looking at. But
still, good shit, Hottie.
still good shit, Sapphira. Which is super interesting because if we can remember Safari with the lip chap, they essentially have the same name from the same series.
You're right.
I have to keep going because I'm fascinated. Shatara is a published author. Graduate of the University of Pennsylvania and completed graduate series at the Peabody Conservatory of Music.
Wow. Well, man.
Born in Boston, Massachusetts, Shatara is classically trained actress, musician, dancer, and singer. Musical theatrical productions around the country include a Kennedy Center 6-month national musical theater tour, Debbie Allen's Soul Possessed, a children's opera, and regional productions of Ain't Misbehavin' at the Cumberland County Playhouse and Theater Tuscaloosa, nbamb, LC, at Boston Schubert Theater. Boston Schubert, excuse me, not Sherbert. Oh, bitch. Yeah. Well, I obviously didn't go to the conservatory. It was Boston. Schubert Theater, starting Ladysmith Black Mambazo.
Hey.
And on many other famed stages, including B.B. King's The Apollo and Sweaters in NY, the Blue Note in Las Vegas, and the Convention Center in Los Angeles. Shatara hosted the BMA Music Awards.
What are those? Are you talking about?
That says BMA.
Okay.
What's that?
I have no idea.
Google, help me. Presented
BMA award.
presented at the, B as in boy, M as in Mary, A as in award. BMA Music Awards presented at the Fox Reality Awards and has both.
This is a hoax. This is a hoax. She did not host the Billboard
I
Music
was
Awards.
trying
No.
to wait until you finish this Wikipedia page.
No, I was.
It's not Wikipedia. It's IMDb.
I was like,
Here we go. Because the whole time she's reading.
I was like, this ain't shit. Like,
I
listen.
remember that time somebody in high school changed the Wikipedia page. Who was it? Who did they change? They changed somebody's Wikipedia page. It was so funny, and that just reminded me of it. Like somebody beefed up that.
Like, you know what? Like, I will never. If these are true, big ups, Hottie. But
Now wait,
not
her. So I'm looking at her. So wait. I'm looking at her thing right now. Her cooking show. Here we are, and of course she's with a white woman. So now I have to play it because I'm curious.
So neither one of y'all can cook chicken.
It's all chicken. Poultry Princess.
Hey everybody, Chef Tar here. Hey, Anjani. Welcome to Poultry Princess. Oh, we have an amazing show for you today. We're here with my very good friend Joanne, all the way from England. Today we're going to be making sesame ginger drumsticks.
Hey there, Poultry Princess. It's Dennis H. And I'm cooking up a delicious meal from Phoenix, Arizona.
Coming up in today's show, we have
Yeah,
10-year-old
she was born in D.C. She's a from Boston, so that whole thing was a lie.
Ew!
I just felt like everything.
No, everyone stop. Everyone stop. She has like cereal crusted chicken.
10-year-old chef Lisa.
What the hell?
Chicken teriyaki. Bobby Joe shares her colorful chicken
You are a fucking liar.
With a recipe that is fully
Matzo ball soup. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not eating
Not
that.
with peas.
shares her colorful chicken nugget recipe, and Mary shares how to make a delicious matzo ball soup.
What type of fuck shit is this? That is not matzo ball soup.
Now,
There's a lot of things.
there's a lot of things.
Can I just say, I wanted to wait until you finish reading that Wikipedia page because I wanted.
It wasn't Wikipedia. It was
I
IMDb.
don't give a damn. As far as I'm concerned, it's Wikipedia. Because I know someone who beefed up their entire Wikipedia page, and it was just like kind of half truths, but just it read like that.
Naive.
Mm-mm.
To it whatsoever.
Please find.
None. Because when she was reading it, I was like, let me go look up another page to see if anybody says anything remotely like that.
Well, maybe she wasn't the host of the Billboard Awards. Maybe she was like, they cut to a segment with her in it.
I don't think so. I don't think that happened at all.
This is a lot, guys.
Good.
This is a lot of
Good
things.
job.
It's a lot of things, guys. And it's like with these weaves, this makeup, but I don't not believe that she did all that other like internet stuff. I feel like that's possible, but you didn't host the co-founder, documentary, reality TV special, producer, actress, poultry, princess series, played character Hottie, as seen on Flavor of Love. You Penn alum, it says here. What have you been up to since Flavor of Love, aside for killing chickens to make that hat? I like that you get straight to the point. Let's start with a novel called The Kinky Side of Perfect. Could someone do me a solid? Because I need to purchase it. Under my pen name, Star Sugarman.
You know what?
I'm already done with her.
I don't even. Okay.
Sugarman.
The kinky side of what was it now?
Perfect.
Perfect.
I don't like to tear down black women. Lord knows I don't. But this is difficult.
It's not tearing down. It's.
I'm tearing
We're
her
getting
down.
down to the truth.
What truths? This hat. It's
You
literally.
didn't have to
it's-
call it a hat, though.
Do you look? Have you seen it?
Yes.
The Kinky
It looks
Side
like-
of
It looks like a
Perfect.
winter hat.
Trilogy Book 1. The story of a good girl's erotic introduction to the profitable webcam world. Kinky Perfect Trilogy 1.
Written by
Star Sugarman.
Trash. Okay. It's the fictional story of a good girl's erotic introduction into the profitable kinky webcam world. Ooh.
You know, I'm not mad at this hustle. Because I have a friend.
I'm not mad at this hustle either.
Is like a ghostwriter. He has like a pen name and everything. He writes romance novels and sells them on Amazon. And he was like, this is like a steady, like, little check that comes in.
Really?
So, side hustle for you guys.
Right? Kink. So, it's a fiction, blah, 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 blah. The book is currently being developed to a script for our company, New Vista Studios. Of course, I will be the lead in the film. I am partnered to director.
How much the book is for?
Huh?
How much the book is selling?
$10. It's more than that,
30.
Natasha Stewart?
20.
That's a
What is it?
$50 book?
99 cents.
Damn.
99 cents.
We gotta get it.
99 is 86% off.
No.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No. Because then when I
so
put out my
sorry.
merch and nobody buys it.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my
ma'am.
God. Shatar, girl. Huh?
Why you gonna let Amazon do you like that?
Are you talking about 86% off? Is that even a thing?
gonna let Mr. Bezos do you like this?
86% off. Not half off. Not 25% off. 86% off. Oh my God. How many copies are left? We should just put her out her misery.
No.
If they $50, if they're 99 cents, I'm sure we could buy $50 worth of it and give it to someone who needs it.
$50 is not a thing from shipping.
Shelters need toilet paper,
Wow.
Elisa. How do we get them that? Buying this book. I'm partnered to a director and producer, Maxie D. Collier, who actually worked with Flavor Flav and Public Enemy on previous productions. We are an unstoppable husband and wife team. Together, we are co-founders of New Vista Studios, a tech company with media component that creates mobile apps, animated content, documentaries, interactive educational content, and movies.
That just sounds pretty. You just said a whole bunch of nothing. But go on.
They also have a portrait that's been painted of them. And it's so many things.
That's her?
Well, that's how she wanted to be perceived.
Oh, that's how she sees herself.
Because that's not her.
Your Twitter bio describes you as the character Hottie of Flavor of Love. How much of Hottie is you? Of course, the beautiful spirit, mind, face, innocence, body, and voice are all for sure the real me. Not liking to deal with the daily drama and the constant chaos of that house, that was the real me. The character Hottie can be whatever fantasy you want her to be. She could be any age you want her to be. That's not...
No.
All right.
She's the late 30s that you looked like.
Some of your former castmates have said that they were acting, and others maintain that it was real. What is your perception of Flavor of Love? I am a born actress, honey. I tasted the flavor of fun, the excitement, and the ratings on that awesome VH1 show. People from all over the globe tell me I'm their favorite one on the show. They also always love to look for my work on the screen and in their productions too. They tell me they see me in a larger than life, but that didn't answer not one part of the question.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? Like, we're talking about her today. So.
But we are only talking about her because she looks like somebody off for Life After Lockup. So it's like full, yeah. And that was you and you. That wasn't me, America.
Keep doing your
That
thing.
was
Keep
the two
hustling.
foolies.
People support.
When I auditioned for Flavor of Love, I went in to audition in character. That's who they booked. That's who they got. I kept it over the top in every way, from my wardrobe to the chicken to my taglines. Now, bitch, I refuse to believe that you knew how to cook chicken.
Mm-mm.
I refuse to believe that. But I digress. Hidden with questions, homie.
Question.
Have you invested your entire life savings on a sales kit and have yet to see your return? Are you having a hard time building your team because your friends, your family, your friend's family, and your dog all have you blocked? Are your blue signs, stomach wraps, smoothie cups, vitamins, tummy teas, pink Cadillacs, and sex toys not keeping you warm at night? Is your intuition telling you you're being brainwashed?
Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? Love is good. I can't dig it. You know.
All right, so nobody asked me, but I'm not joining your fucking Ponzi scheme.
Preach.
I'm just not doing it. So over the years, for some reason it happens a lot in college, but over the years there have been all these different companies and they all come up with this get rich quick scheme. And because we are the age of instantaneous, instant satisfaction, fast money, get rich quick, you know, a lot of us in our age group, everybody here is 30 or 31 or turning 31 in a couple of days. So, you know, not yet?
If you want to.
Oh, I mean, you didn't turn 31 yet?
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
We're talking about that.
Oh, yes. Let's pass that. Okay. Sometimes my parents listen to this show. Okay, anyway, so. Oh, well. Anyway, so it's fascinating to me because it's a get rich quick scheme that you have to pay for. So they usually a lot of.
Yeah, when you start a business, you have to.
So wait, hold that thought. So I'm going to explain, because that's very important. So I'm going to explain how this gets started. So what they do is that they pitch it to you like, do you want to start your own business? Do you want to be in business with yourself? Do you want to be your own boss?
Do you want to be your own boss?
It's been pitched to me like you were going to hire me for a job. And
Right.
It still wasn't that.
Exactly. And what it is that they're like, if you give us $500, we'll give you a kit, and then you have to build a team and all this other stuff. And it's just, blah, 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 blah. And you have to tell one person, and no, you need to tell 10 people. And out of those 10 people, they need to then find other 10 people. And so that's why we call it a Ponzi pyramid scheme, because it's the form of which that it follows. There is usually one group that's the main higher ups, and that's usually the people who start it. Yep. But if someone approaches you about it, that means that they've already been approached to buy it, and so on and so such. And so the kind of idea is this goose chase for money, and they pitch it to you like a business. So I have been, I think, sucked into one. And I've been in the trap of a couple, but I have only actually participated in one, and that was the passion parties. Okay. So the passion parties tells you need to buy the kit, and it has all of the pleasure toys and oils and such or whatever. And you're supposed to have a passion party at your house, or go to other people's places, and they, pay you for their time. I don't think you actually get paid for your time. You might get paid like a little bit, but where you get most of your money is if somebody buys something at the actual passion party. You go there and you present it, which is cute. It's cute for bachelorette parties. It's cute for that's basically it. Bachelorette parties, bridal showers, and the like. Maybe a 21st birthday if you're feeling good, or maybe a 60th birthday if you're feeling even better. And so what they do is that they spend the whole time selling you stuff that you essentially should never put towards your vagina. And just because of
yeast infection.
I mean, at the very least, yeast infection, UTIs, bacterial vaginosis, who knows? It's just not a good idea. But anyway, they sell it to you, and then at the end, you go to buy it, and then they ask you if you want to join their team.
No, ma'am.
No.
And you got to go through the process of that.
See, now, I'm
going
to tell you a quick story.
Ooh, good. Wait.
Go on.
You first about a business.
Oh, yeah. When you start a business, you do need to invest in it up front.
Absolutely.
But with a Ponzi scheme, when you're investing your money in it, and then you still have to, you have to hire people pretty much in order for you to make the good money. You have to hire people, and then the person above you is making good money off of you. And the people below you
never really reap the benefit of how that works.
And you'll run out of people before everyone else
I don't know
does.
that many people.
Exactly.
I do know that many people, but they all have done this before, and they don't want to sign up for this.
I'm part of a few, or somewhat sucked in a little bit.
Ooh.
But I got out of it because it was like, no.
This is trash. Yeah. Tell us your story, and then I'd like to hear about which one you got sucked into.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. No, it was just about pleasure parties. Like, I just remember seeing it. Now, my cousin had invited my mom to a party. Just like, we're friends getting together. We haven't seen each other in a long time.
The strategy. Go ahead.
All that stuff. And she was like, yeah, you should come with me. Come with me. It'll be great. See people, see family, blah, blah, blah. She said, thank God you did not come. Because you would have acted a fucking fool in that place, because it was a pleasure party and they wanted you to pay, buy products and stuff. And I was like, yeah, no, I would have been like, I'm going home right now. Right the fuck now.
Yeah. The other thing is that the things,
just
so
tell me what you want.
The strategy is that they say one of the following things. Can I show you something? I'd like to have a meeting with you.
No.
Oh, you should come with me to this party. There's going to be a lot of cool people. It's a great networking event. Like, those are the key words that are like, this is a problem.
I'm working on a project, and I'd like you to be a part of it.
Yeah. Or could you come, like, they just say these sneaky things like, hey, I'm thinking you should, maybe you should come. So then you get there, because I've gone. You get there.
I've had people hit me. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Hit me up on Facebook, like people that I don't ever really talk to.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing? I'm selling this, and that. And if you're interested, you can look at my page and you can buy from my page and you can start selling yourself. I'm like, no thanks. That doesn't work for me. Mm-mm.
I've had to shut down so many people, and I'm always usually I know the script almost like the back of my hands. Like I know when they start and they ask me the question, it's always like, listen, I appreciate that you're doing this and that's great and all that, but it's just not my joint. I'm not the best at selling, period. Thanks so much. Because I know where this is going. And like there was one time, this is terrible. There's a guy that I think lives in Englewood who does Herbalife, which is like high up on the Ponzi scheme.
Fuck that.
And I remember I would see him on the track every now and again. And he was very sweet. And he was like, oh, do you want to come work out with us? And all sort of stuff. And I'd be like, sure. And we were like, no, we'd work out with him and we'd go back to doing something else. And then he'd immediately go into Herbalife. And he would hit me up all the time. And he would sometimes hit me up in Spanish. Because he spoke Spanish. Mm-hmm. So one time, he would hit me up. I would ignore it. One time he hit me up and I like really sat down and like paid attention and like wrote him back in Spanish. And it was like, I'm really not trying to be rude. And I really appreciate, talking to you. You're quite nice, but I'm really not interested in this. And I said it in full on, like, it was beautiful.
Good job. Dawg Patricio would be.
Okay, although his son, not the best. But, whew.
That girl speaking Spanish.
My gosh.
Hey.
That's right. All right. Some days, my dad speaks Spanish. My sister speaks a little Spanish. I'm a little rusty.
I can understand it.
Yeah, I can understand it. I can't really speak it. But the point is that I had to tell him, like, yo, I don't want to do that. And the strategy is they tell you they tell you very politely, they invite you some type of way.
I was looking for a job. I was working and I was looking for a job at my job because I was fed up. And, on Craigslist, they said, looking to work on, the key word here is looking to work on your own, with your own hours, making your own hours. Like, they trap you with that. So I was like, of course I'm looking to work my own hours and make money when I want to make money. So it's like, you call this number, you call the number, and they're like, oh, yeah, come meet us. Oh, sorry. Come meet us at such and such for your interview. No real interview. You're in like a classroom. I get there, I'm in a classroom full of people, and they're giving a seminar pretty much on insurance. They want you to sell insurance, and then they want you to hire. And they harassed me. Like when I left there, I was like, no, I'm not interested. I don't sell anything. I can't sell. I worked at the Finish Line for maybe 2 months and I quit because I'm like, I can't do retail. I don't sell things. That's not for me.
You worked at the Finish Line, girl?
Yeah. Briefly. I saw Chris Rock. I saw Vince Carter. Yeah.
The more you know.
Excuse me. I'm learning all these new things about my friends
briefly,
today.
Yes, very briefly. Before I started working at the architecture firm, I worked at the Finish Line for a couple of months.
We could have got sneakers, guys. Fuck. Okay, go ahead.
And the manager was hitting on me all the time. I couldn't
Gross.
take it there. Anyway, to the point where they were like calling me constantly, and I'm like, look, stop calling me because I'm not gonna work for you and I'm not gonna sign up under you. No, that ain't cool. Your ad was like false advertising. That was nothing like what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm. It's nuts. They invite you in. After they invite you in, they sit you there for 2 hours to explain why and how. They just are basically saying the same things over and over and over again so that they get you into the idea of, feeling good about it. Because they figure if they keep telling you 3 times or more, that it'll resonate in your brain and it'll be
like a bunch of them, like a bunch of these people came together and they put out different ads, and whichever one came, you're here for Lewis, you're here for Janet.
Yeah, because those are the team leaders. And so what happens is that You go in, and they all come in like, woo! So excited. We want you guys to get excited about what's happening with Great Adventures or whatever. And so it's like mad noise. And then what they do all that, and then they tell you, okay, are you good at selling? Are you good at this? You can do this. You can do event planning, blah, 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 all this other mess. And, like, they want you to buy it in. And they want you to buy it in. And then after you buy into it, then they want you to sell it to other people. And I kept thinking to myself, if I was going to have an actual job, I don't think I have to pay money to be a part of it. Even if you go to the meetings, you pay $3 if you're a member. And it's like you pay, it's like they set it up like, oh, you're just paying for a membership or you're just paying for a subscription. But you're not. You're paying to be a part of this like weird secret society. And then all it is trying to scam people into something. And then you don't.
Take your money.
And take your money. And then you don't really get paid as much.
See, now I have had a couple experiences. The one that really is the top.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a friend, love her to death. And she didn't tell me where I was going. Worst. And that is the worst. You're trapped.
Mm-hmm.
You can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to Washington Heights, and then we're in this church basement, and it's 100, maybe 150 people.
Scamming people in the house of the Lord.
All in this basement.
Hold on to that. Hold on to that. Because hold on to that. Go ahead.
So I get here and I'm like, all right, what the fuck is this? It's for World Ventures.
I have a World Venture story. Go ahead.
It's just all my fucking Black and Dominican brothers and sisters all in this fucking basement, and they're getting just bamboozled hard. Like, the guy is super excited, like you said, woo, we're gonna do all this stuff, we're gonna make all this money. They had like a whole slideshow, and like the important shit, like, oh, there are blackout dates for these trips that you want to go on, or
there's restrictions apply is what they should say.
Yeah, and guess what? It's all restricted. Like, you can't go anywhere that you want to go, and it was the worst. I was like, don't you ever do this to me.
And it's 2.5 hours. It's your whole night.
And everyone
signed up.
When we went to Jamaica, like at the hotel, they like took us into a room and they just tried to sell us this package and da-da-da-da. And of course, there's blackouts where you can't come here. You have to earn this level, and it's too much. No.
I remember in grad school. It was either in grad school or either my last couple years of college, and I went to a call center to see if I could, like, you know, just be like a telemarketer. And oh, not the good kind. Unfortunate. No, I was selling like timeshares or something. Right. And so you get hung up on a lot, but what they didn't tell you was you only get paid by the people that sign up.
Mm-hmm. So if you get no one, you get no money.
Right. And you're sitting there for hours. And what will keep me up at night even today is I remember the man read the whole thing, and people were kind of sitting in there and they were looking at him, listening to it. He was like, you only get paid this is a commission-based job, so you get paid based off the amount of people you can get to sign up. And he read it and he looked up and looked at all of us like, does anyone have any questions?
Is anybody ready to walk out?
And he made a face like, okay,
so you know,
this is it. And my brain said, yeah, this is the time. And my body said, but listen, let's listen a little more. So then I would show up and I called a few people, and I remember I called a Black family, and they were young. It was like a boyfriend and a girlfriend. And you can tell that I was able to talk to him, and I was able to be nice and clear. And so I hear his girlfriend like, who the fuck is that? Right? And she's going off. So so she gets on the phone, and I talk to her, and she's like, okay. And I tell them where it is, and then they go. I remember hanging up, feeling disgusting because I was just kind of like, they ain't got no bread. I don't know that, you know, right? Like, I don't know that their life, but he just sounded so excited about something that they could go and try to be a part of. And, like, you know, waste a day they could be doing other stuff for to go get bamboozled over timeshares or over dumb shit like that. And it's fascinating to me because the targets in a lot of these Ponzi schemes are Black and brown people.
Yeah.
I was watching Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
Not including Lululemon. What is it? The other one.
LuLaRoe. Yo. And there's holes in their garment. That's the one that was on Vice.
Yeah.
And
insane.
they said that not only were there holes, but that the clothes were growing mold. And that we were at your house. We were at your house when we watched it. Yeah. And it was just nasty. And then people are out here buying. And the other thing is, people who do get who receive some sort of residual something are spending their money on, like, things that are, like, you have to either keep paying on or that things that you shouldn't have put your money towards. Like, if you're going to do something like that, you have to find a way to cheat the system. They know. Now, the one with the LuLaRoes or whatever, that one wasn't Black. But a lot of them, like Herbalife, definitely pans too.
Completely.
Mainly Latina or Latinx group. That's a lot of their demographics. It's just fascinating. World Ventures is like a lot of different people, but it's always been a Black person. As a matter of fact, I broke up with somebody because they tried to get me to join World Ventures. And
sorry, I need to know that story.
so
Story time.
Yeah, story time. So I too was not told where I was going. And he said, I just want to show you something. Now, at this point, we had been fighting, and we had been kind of going back and forth and all sort of stuff. And we actually, prior to this, I don't think, talked for a couple of weeks. But I remember saying to him way before that, really young. I was young enough.
Last week.
No, Clifford would never.
Never. No.
Speaking of which, shout out to Clifford. It was our 2nd anniversary on Sunday. Woo! So this last guy.
Boo. Boo love.
Boo love. So this other guy invites me to this stupid thing. I had mentioned to him months before that I wanted to go on vacation. And so here we are driving to Fairlawn. So those of you that aren't listening that are from New Jersey, no, be quiet. Get out of here. Fairlawn is like this little side town, like in Jersey. And so we go to this little random spot that we've all seen. If I were to drive past it and I point it to y'all, every last one of my friends would be like, oh, I've absolutely driven past this before. And we get downstairs, and I've never been inside of this particular establishment, but it looks like an abandoned mall. And it looks like there's some dark spots that I wouldn't go in because I just don't like the way it looks. It has like a stone floor. And we go in.
He's trying to kill you.
Yeah, well, more ways than one.
No, when I went to that interview, it was like dark. It was this awful.
Yeah, it'd be dark and dingy and weird.
It's a weird lighting, and you walk up the stairs, and you wonder,
stabbed or raped or whatever, and it's like, why is that part of the spiel? Can we get, if you want to attract flies, get a little honey. When I tell you, he took me into this place, into this little salon, and it smelled like old, rotting Dominican.
Though, because ours didn't.
Yeah, there was definitely a bathroom.
Under renovation.
Definitely had a bathroom. And it was like, we're in somebody's salon, and it smells like old Dominican food in there. It just smelled awful. And so they start this show, and they come in. The room is maybe the size of this basement altogether, and they got over 50 people in it.
Shut up.
And so the person I'm with they're saying all this stuff like, the person who brought you here loves you and blah, blah, blah. So, he's elated. He's making all these, like, gestures, like the prayer hands and, like, all this stuff. And they go through the whole thing, and I'm pissed. Because at first I was like, why are we here? And then when he got here, I was like, oh, this isn't it. This can't be it. Now, full disclosure, up to this point, I have been approached and or accidentally been a part of maybe 4 of these together. So I know my way around. I know, oh, you're so nice. That's a great name. You should start. That's a good name for selling. Oh, you don't have to pay anything. It's your first time. Oh, or did you sign up under this person or that? Or, ooh, what team? Guys. They go through this whole PowerPoint, and at the end of the thing, this girl is like, so, do you want to make money with me, or do you want to travel with me and make money?
What?
Which doesn't make sense. I think she said, do you want to travel with me, or do you want to travel with me and make money? And I said, neither. Because they went around every person, and I remember being tight.
Wait,
and I was.
They did like a whole.
Oh, they asked each person. After.
Brought someplace you don't want to be, and they want to shout you out.
After being in that position for 2.5 hours, they had the nerve to go around to everyone, and they said they started with me, which was dumb. Don't start with me.
No.
Because I'm petty. And you don't know I'm petty because I'm friendly. But I ain't always friendly either. I try to be. I really try hard to be friendly. But, well, some of it's not trying. It's natural. But I'm very fucking petty. My sister said it to my mom yesterday. Elsie's petty. You got to watch out. I'm very petty. So I'm sitting there pissed. Thank you. Thank you, Trip. Please don't fall. so like, there's that love. So like, I'm sitting here. I'm trying to breathe through my mouth. I'm trying to like just try and be comfortable. And she said that shit, and I was livid. And I said, neither. Oh, that's cool. You don't want to make money? No. And it was like, first of all, girl, you're not about to get hot with me in front of all these people.
Because she wasn't ready to hear a no.
Not the way, what really bothers me about that is that she literally is giving us this whole speech about how she was working at a record label or whatever, and then she making $50,000 a year, but she left them because it was
for what?
Left them because it was causing all those problems in her family, and she gets to spend time with her family more, and she makes $21,000 a year doing this stupidness. I was like, girl, in my brain. Meanwhile, walking around in the flattest. You remember them Chinese slippers? Yeah. So like not the Chinese slipper. That should actually be not a Chinese slipper per se, but we're talking like a regular ballet flat, but it was like plastic. And it's like that nasty plastic that they get.
Rainbow shoe.
Yes. So like if you put it on for too long, like your feet will sweat. So you gotta like get your feet out of it, and it'll
start sliding.
Yeah, you start sliding, and then you start to like lean on the back of it, and become flip flops. It was. She had those on at this meeting. It's a closed toe flip flop, and it's just like, what? I'm not about to sit here and argue with you over based on what you got on your feet, and also based on your speech about you left your $50,000 a year job, a job of which she said she said she was at a record label. I would have killed to have had that job at that time in my life.
What kind of family do you have that makes you leave your good job at a record label?
And how come you not cursing them out? You got some other stuff you need.
What kind of person? Yeah, like,
girl, huh?
You need to terrible life decisions.
Right, terrible life decisions. And then you want to get hot with me.
You can't take it.
Let me tell you.
You need to check your sources and check your sources.
For real. Let me tell.
Live by those words.
Yes.
Let me tell you. We left. He was the person that brought me, who I was like, we're going to air quote dating, because literally, who could ever tell? But nigga, when I tell you he was embarrassed, I mean, embarrassed boots, because it was so pleasant, so clear. it was just the perfect volume.
No argument.
It was with no argument. My face didn't flinch. I didn't feel nothing, hesitation in my body, except for the heat that I had that I was there in the first place. And I just said, neither.
So tell me, did you two break up after this?
Oh.
How was that ride home?
Oh, that's my favorite part of the story. That's my favorite part of the story. It's so good. So, first of all, they went around through the whole people, and I was one of another person that said no, and I felt really good about it. And I was pissed because that other person said no, and she was really polite to him.
Well,
but it's because he had been there later. He got there way late, and because I had been watching this whole thing, shaking my head through it, sighing, adjusting in my seat, putting hands in my hair, trying to keep it together, really not even paying attention to the presentation, really going through my brain like, okay, so I'm going to have to burn this place to the ground. Where are...
Burn it to the ground.
Where are the exits? Where's okay, and do I leave him here? I just had all these things going through my brain. So by the time I got to me, it was be polite, but be honest. The ride home, it's terrible. The ride home, he's silent. And at this point in our in our relationship, air quotes again,
Do we know this person?
Of course you do. But oh God, no. So we're in the car.
Just mouth in there.
You didn't mouth. I heard it.
No, you didn't.
I heard it.
You heard it?
No, I didn't.
No. Now, let me tell you something about Elisa, a.k.a. Trip. With all her ailments, she got bionic hearing for being on a deaf child. She can never hear me, but today, I didn't even do it. Listen, make sure we go.
I felt it, the name.
You just know who it is. There's only one person that could really do this.
Check the tape.
Yeah. Check the tape. Make sure I didn't breathe it. Make sure.
She ASMR. The name into the mic.
No, I didn't. But listen, it don't matter because it's gonna go right out. Ooh, you know it would be super. No, it would be super cute. It would be super cute if they just. You know, it would be super cute if they put out the bleep you curse on the TV like. I hope you do.
I told you.
We're gonna request that.
I told you it was on there. I'm giving you a promise.
We'll listen to it and then but either way it gets a beep right there. So anyway.
Careless whisper.
Now wait. Careless whispers. Careless whispers.
Now I can put a picture to this story.
I never told y'all this. Oh my God. So
I have a mental picture.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
So we get in the car. This nigga is silent. And because in this point of our relationship, I just know how to play this. So I'm not about to sit here and feed off the fact that he's upset. I'm about to sit up here and turn my music on.
Kanye over here.
I am. Oh my God. So I'm sitting. I'm happy. I'm really trying to keep it together. I'm mad you know okay, yeah.
Was it a fun trip?
Yeah, and so I say because Patty. I say
Patty.
Now listen, it's unfair. So for sake of argument, let's say we're about 30 minutes from where we are, our next destination, because he told me we were going to dinner afterward. So
That's terrible. What the fuck?
Right. That was the whole thing. Where we were going to go to this place because he had to show me something.
What in the
then
night is this?
And then says, and I said, I'm starving though. Can we go eat? And he's like, oh yeah, no, we can go eat after this. That's perfectly fine. We can go do that because I got a meeting. I have a meeting at Houlihan's. And I said, okay.
Wait, did you know about said meeting?
Huh? Did I know about said meeting? He just said out loud, I got to meet. Oh, did I know about it prior to getting out there? No.
Wait, he has a meeting at
Excuse me. Yeah.
And that's why he wanted to take you there for date night?
He said, we can go there. I have a meeting at Hula Hands.
That's what I'm saying.
So we can stop through there if you're hungry. And I said, okay.
There's just so much wrong with this story.
Keep going.
Go on.
So here I am, you know, like, I'm not going to let this affect my day. You know, I missed my workout training session this day, you know, putting myself aside for the needs of others. I'm doing great. I'm having a great day. And I'm just, you know, speeding down, actually. I'm not driving cute. I'm flying down Route 4. And we're about 30 minutes out, so 25 of the minutes, we said nothing. And I listened to music and was like, just keeping my eyes forward, going through the ways that I was, because, honey, up to this point, it had just been like, he had outdid himself with the amount of fuck shit that he had already done years before, but the last, 4 weeks had been, constant ridiculousness, and a Ponzi scheme, took me out. So, we're driving, we're about 5 minutes away, and he goes, I say to him, turning me down, well, I'm really glad you found something that you like to do.
You ain't no type of shit.
I'm so proud of you. You know, at least you found something that you really like.
Oh my God, you couldn't have said a worse thing.
And he says, oh, yeah, you know, I'm just trying to do things differently and do new things and get and do, you know, meet new people and, you know, all that. And I said, me too. I'm trying to do new things too. And he says, it doesn't seem like it. I said, oh, you mad because I enjoy your little club? You mad because you mad because I enjoy your little party, your little posse? I'm not down with cool kids? I said, you had to have known I wasn't going to sign up for that. I have 2 business degrees. I know what this is. I was like, you had to have known that I wasn't going to be there for that. You had to have known that. I don't know what possessed you to think that I would be, I know what that is already. I said, if anything, I'm just here to support you. And his response was, your support means nothing.
Oh.
And
you know what?
After that, it's a blur because I said a lot of stuff. But I do remember swinging up to the door and pulling a mommy move. Shout out to the incomparable Gail Lou Freeman DeSandies, who is my beautiful and talented mother, who has told me several times she has swung. Hey, Mrs. Sandys. Hey. She's swung the car around and let people out. And so I just pulled one of her in my stick shift combo. I pulled right on up. And I opened the door, and I said, get out. So it's my support. Get out. Because I drove us there and back.
Oh, wait. Hold up. You should have left his ass right in period.
That's why I said I was going through all the things at the park. So all that over a Ponzi scheme.
I would like to thank this Ponzi scheme for
after this did the
ending this relationship.
After that's another conversation, but I would say that was the definite crack that trickled down everything, because when I tell you I had been at that point, and I received a very beautiful and long apology, which I felt like I deserved. Mm-hmm. But after
your
that,
apology means nothing.
Ooh, spicy! It sure didn't. Let me tell you what, because when I tell you my brain clicked, wait a second. We're doing a Ponzi scheme? You're at your big age and you're doing a Ponzi scheme? Oh, no. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That Ponzi scheme mess will have you. That's the easiest way for us to stop talking. Someone else tried to do one for me in the winter.
Yeah. This past one?
Yes. And it was like,
yeah, me too.
They kept trying to force it. And I the other thing is that they don't ever hear the body language in your voice. They don't take the note. Obviously I'm trying to be nice about it. Obviously I don't want to do it. And I also don't necessarily want to break a friendship. I just don't want to do this particular thing. Oh boy.
Classy.
The ASMR on this show is terrible. And it was just like, she kind of got like a little hot with me a little. And it was like, okay, I understand. But it's like, I just don't want to do that. And it was very specific. And then it just was so intense. And they're relentless.
What was the scheme?
I'd rather not say in case they listen to it. But it's a popular one. Oh, shut up. I'll text it, okay? And you can suck my cock. Or don't do that. Maybe. Sure. Can I get to that position? I did have a massage the other day, so it might be a little bit easier. Oh my God. I was about to text the person.
You were about to text that person.
Oh boy. I was about to text the person that it happened to. Okay.
Why would you put it in your text messages, number one? Why wouldn't you just put it in a note?
Oh, because I wasn't thinking, but it's actually really smart. But they have new things where you can like...
Oh, okay. That was the same one that I got
like you
asked
can undo
about.
it.
Look at that. Gone. Oop, not yet.
What?
Yeah. Once it loads all the way, if I delete it, it'll be gone.
iPhone.
From hers?
I don't know what she's going to do with that. She has a spaceship phone, so... I guess she do
Shout out
me.
to Google Pixel. You know. It's all right.
It ain't your iPhone.
Yeah. So I miss some things.
So I can't possibly be the only person that was in a Ponzi scheme. Did you? You said you got stuck in one.
It was, how do I explain it? You know, like those medical prescription cards.
What the fuck is that?
Like a GoodRx.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm real, I'm mad I know it. Oh, yeah, GoodRx. Like,
it was like
Too much of
along
this
those
shit.
lines.
I know what you're talking about.
And it was like you could go out and you could stand out in front of like pharmacies and grocery stores and hand out these cards. And like if people use your cards, then you get a kickback. And if you bring people under you, and we were like, yeah, this doesn't work for us. We want a refund. And we got a refund. And we had all these
refund?
Yeah, we actually got a refund. We had all these medical, pharmacy cards that we had to toss because, like, what am I going to do with this? It was thousands of them.
How much was?
I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
That's another thing. If you try to get out of it, like if you try to get a refund on your stuff.
They gave us our money because they were like, money back guarantee. We were like, we want it back.
Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, that is good because a lot of them won't give you your money back. And they'll say that up front. It's a non-refundable $500, which is like, I don't know where you'd want me to get that from. And then it's kind of these unreasonable expectations for you to just become this millionaire. And because everyone is so steadfast on finding $1 million underneath a rock,
and
it's nuts.
The thing is, they make it seem like you can get it so quickly. If you do this, if you do that, then you'll be this in no time.
Right.
Yeah, but if that was the case, everyone would do it and everyone would be rich.
Right.
They wouldn't be here in this Washington Heights basement.
Yeah, somebody has to be
at the bottom.
Right, and they make it clear, if you are the one at the bottom, they make it clear that you're at the bottom by all of a sudden you know these expectations or you're nothing and you're fired. Or, we're going to take everything away from you or we're going to take your team and all this other trash. And it's like, you don't have to put people down like that. And then also, it's just not... And then what I really hate is that the Ponzi schemes are like, it's the same thing. Every business you have is a Ponzi scheme.
No. Ma'am, that's
not how that works at all. And then what really bothers me is when you have Ponzi schemes that are dealing with real shit that you have to have the consequences for. I don't want to fix my credit through this random ass person that I don't know if I pay him X amount of things. I don't want to do that at all. I want to fix my credit the right way if I could. I know that there are ways that you can fix credit, but it's super shady. I don't want to give you. Don't hit me up on Facebook and say, "Yo, send me $100 and I'm gonna figure out how to make it $1,000." Ask me how. Remember that? Remember that?
Oh my gosh!
Time until somebody had to crack down on it because that was ridiculous. You stealing people's money
for real. And it's like you're stealing people's money because someone stole your money. And it's like this never-ending cycle of us literally passing money to the left and to the right in a circle, and no one ever really has it. And I just think that the Ponzi scheme people who run it, and they're actually called multi-level marketing companies.
MLMs.
Yes, MLMs.
Shout out John Oliver.
Yeah. Thank you for that wonderful piece of information. But the MLMs thrive on making other people make money for them, and then essentially don't ever let them see the return on it. And then just kind of kick them to the side after all their hard work in those hours.
You're not making money off of a product. You're making money off of the person that you bring in to sell the supposed product.
Mm-hmm. And it never works out the way you really intended on doing. They're like people who have babies, and they're like, "Well, you have to sell. You have to sell today."
We try MLM after MLM after MLM, and
it's like it's not going to change.
It doesn't work.
It just doesn't change. It doesn't. The idea doesn't change. I don't. Again, back to the credit thing. I'm not interested in giving you something that's important, like my bills or like my credit or like stocks.
How does this work? Like,
So, I'm perusing on the Instagram.
The Instagram.
With a the. And I'm just, looking around. Oh, hey, Megan. I'm looking around. And this girl that I used to know kind of, like, through a mutual friend is doing this thing. And I'm going to pass it to everybody. But it's essentially I think
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't read that out loud because that's a specific...
a stockbroker or like a trading thing. So like kind of like a Bitcoin idea where you buy into Bitcoin and you take it out, buy and take it out, buy and take it out. Which the idea is cool, but it's also very scary because if you don't take your money out immediately, right, then it's a problem. But also you can't tell people when to take things out. They have to just do it on their own because apparently that's cheating.
Well, yeah. Martha Stewart went to jail for something very similar.
They're selling.
So wait. So you buy Bitcoin? Why don't you just do it yourself?
Wait, hold on. I'm going to find the actual thing, and I'm going to tell them what you do. Okay. Here we go. So with Bitcoin, I don't really know how that works. I don't know if it was necessarily...
Oh, okay. I get it now. I totally get it now. You don't have to... I get it. Got it.
You got it?
Totally get it.
Become a master trader. That's the other thing. Become a master. Like, it's this kind of falsification of perfection, and everybody wants to be a millionaire, and it's like, do I want a lot of money to be comfortable, and does that come in a millionaire price? Sometimes, yeah, but I really just want to be able to have money coming in and for it to kind of make it by itself, and that's really difficult to do, as we've seen, but it's not impossible. So this kind of idea is just like, it's just a get-rich-quick scheme. They want you to figure out. So basically, people what they're saying here for this particular company is that you find different ways to earn by trading, and they don't really say what, but you can earn additional income through referral commissions and up to 80% of the broker's spread, which essentially means if you sign up for my team, you can get a raise for that. You go to classes, they have these webinars, and you get this quote-unquote certification.
How much does this cost?
All right, so let's find out. It says, and then they always say stuff like, change your life.
Yeah.
And it's
ruin
like,
your life.
Yeah, right? Buy $99. $100 for you to go sign up for the Master Trade House by purchasing the MTH Academy below. This will make you a member of this exclusive Traders Club and give you all the access to the Academy.
That's not trading though.
Live webinars, live weekly seminars, and special access pricing at MTI.
Why don't you just get like a financial advisor or like
That's another one. The Prime Americas. Prime America is a scam too, because then they want you to be a part of their team.
That's what they got me. That's what I thought
Prime
I was
America.
going to a job interview.
Yeah, it makes it sound like you're about to go work. Because listen, if it means that I get, when you are in a bind, especially in college, or if you're a new mom, or if you're just starting to get out into the workforce and you need the bread, and all I need to do is earn $20 an hour to answer the phone, take a message, and hand it to somebody, I can do that. I can print out a copy. I can take the messages. I can make the appointments. I can do all those things. So I don't need you now to have me go out to seminars and talk to people about what it means to save money and then only get paid by the people that's like, just is ridiculous. So a lot of them present themselves as a full-time job. A lot of them present themselves as you can do this by yourself and you make your own hours and blah, blah, blah. And then it's a mess. So all in all, I'm not fucking joining your Ponzi scheme, guy. And
don't ask me.
Don't ask me.
Don't sneak me to your seminar.
Don't be sneaky about it.
Of dinner.
Or a meeting.
Don't kidnap me.
Don't kidnap me, please. Don't come to my house with this trash. Don't have a party. I'm a sucker for a party.
Just tell me what kind of party.
I'll come to the party.
Support you
I love to have snacks and such.
I used to have art parties, like, but you knew you were coming to an art party, like where somebody would come with like African and Black art, and
that's fine.
That is delightful. But you knew.
I can physically purchase that and then take it back to my house. I made something. Tupperware parties, same idea. You know. Who are the people with the pink Cadillacs?
Mary Kay.
Mary Kay.
It's too bad Joy's not here.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I've been dragged to one of those. Like the pretense of, somewhat spa day.
Yeah, girls' day.
Girls' day, girls' trip. All right,
don't you want my Pepto-Bismol colored Cadillac? Don't you want my Molly colored Cadillac for us to go to Calabasas? Ooh, maybe. It's just kind of like I don't want to be a part of.
How many people are getting those pink cars these days?
Ooh,
not many at all. I feel like
not many.
I'll buy some of your little Mary Kay makeup.
But now that I can, the other thing is that they're trying to compete with internet. So now that you can buy it,
internet.
Yeah,
the Instagram with internet.
They're trying to compete with the internet using Instagram. There, are you happy? My way gives it so much more color, but I guess everyone is a critic. So like, I don't need to buy like things like Mary Kay and Herbalife are hard because I could just go online and purchase it. If I wanted to, right? If you want me to sign up and get a free water bottle, I could just go to Target, and if I don't have to sign up for a membership or a subscription if I need some lipstick. Yeah, and I mean it's really just a shitty thing to do because it's like it's just greedy, right? If you want to call me up and badger me about $500, if I am a mom that has 2 kids and a husband or a boyfriend or somebody that is asking for something, a lot of the women that are independent of this year, we got to feed people. We got bills to pay. We got gas to put in the cars. We got daycare to pay for. We got, God forbid, if we want our hair and nails done, $500 can go a long way for a long time. You asking me for $500 so that I can go talk to other people to make you X amount of money is dumb. And I feel like they target Black and brown communities because, they know that we could use the money. We could use what could come out of it.
Don't know because we don't do the research that we should.
Yeah. I mean,
we fall into these traps easier, it seems like.
Right. And it's like,
because we're willing to go off the word of the man standing up there telling us a story or whatever.
And it just makes...
Check your sources.
And your sources.
Yeah. So I'm not joining your fucking Ponzi scheme, and we'll be back. This episode of Nobody Asked Me But is brought to you by So Music Entertainment. If you're looking for a professional recording studio to record your music projects, podcasts, voiceovers, or whatever your audio needs are, for a reasonable price, look no further. Visit somusicent.com. That's SOHMUSICENT.com for more details. You can also follow them at SoMusicEnt, which is SOHMUSICENT on Twitter and Instagram for a free consultation. And a special shout out to Mr. Ash, the engineer who mixed and edited our podcast today. And you can follow him at Mr. Ash X, which is MRASHX. They have some of the best engineers here at Soul Recording Studios, so don't wait any longer to make your dream project a reality. Visit somusicent.com or call 929-900-6044 now. And let's get back to our show. Now it is time for our Black Nostalgia.
Where is the licensing on this?
What are you talking about? You can use, first of all, if you do 30 seconds worth, you're fine. 30 seconds or less.
Less.
That's less,
yeah.
Which is great. Also, if you change, this one wasn't, but if you change slightly, you can do some stuff. So,
good job.
Try to make it a little, that's why if you listen to the whole thing, that's how I know you don't listen every week, Trader.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Elisa, you have to listen.
Sorry.
I know you're not. You even if you're not listening to it, you have to play it and let it play.
I like to listen to it while I'm at work.
Okay.
On my headphones.
Uh-huh.
But it's been a busy week. It was a busy week.
Take your time. Listen when you can. But you got to, when you listen, pay attention to the segues because they're all a little bit like that.
Well, no, I've listened. I've heard that.
Oh. You just have been waiting to ask me about the licensing. Trash. Trash.
No. I've listened to the shit.
Oh, okay.
Why are you trying to play me on this?
That's what you said. I'm going by what you said.
I just didn't see that.
So the Black Nostalgia of the Week is actually important because this is exactly how these two characters act in this movie. It stars. I would say I'm the Martin Lawrence character to Elisa's or Trip. Excuse me, to
Elisa.
Trips. I didn't forget to Trips. Will Smith. And it's a classic movie, but I have to say that the sequel to the first movie is better than the first one, which is a rare occasion. But this Black Nostalgia this week goes to none other than the ever hilarious, so well done and shot, so many good action scenes, so many good comedy scenes, so many good lines from, we want to give a Hooper. Jesus.
If you didn't know already, based on the clues.
A super huge shout out to Bad Boys 2.
Bad boys.
Hey, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? I wonder if I download that and I play that at a reggae party, if they'll put me out. What do you think?
You know what? I want you to try it.
No, I gotta. No, I know better than that. I know my Trinidadian grandfather would come out of his grave like, better than that. Better than that. I'm probably gonna edit that out later, but that's okay. Anyway, Bad Boys 2 was so good. It just was so good for all the right reasons. The soundtrack was good. That's like mid beep, we smoking that la la la. Oh, it's a wonderful song. Drop Down, Get Your Eagle On is on there. Who can forget that? It was.
Shake a tail feather.
Oh, wow. Nelly. Oh. The reason why I hesitated is because I felt, is that racist? Me singing it like that?
It might be.
Oh, no.
Problematic faith vibes going on. No.
Now that I've
It's not up to
connected,
me to make that.
but I just made it sounds like a call of a certain group of people. It sounds like a Native American call.
It does. And
Nelly, can you just write into the show and let us know? Was that like that on purpose? It's because I can't have you be doing stuff like that. They've been through a lot. Okay. Bad Boys 2 with Shake Your Tail Feather and with all of the action. My favorite is when they those whole 2 scenes back to back. So when they go into the morgue and the drug lord buried all the drugs in that girl's body, and then there's one, of course, that's a prostitute, so her boobs are really big. Not to say that all prostitutes have big boobs. She's us. But they called her a prostitute in the movie. And so he got all the drugs out. And, of course, he was trying to drink water. And he drank 2 of the drugs. So the next scene of when he goes to the captain's house. Oh, my God. He was, woo. Shout out to Trinidad James. We miss you. We love you. Where are you? Sending my love to you. Just write us back. He was sweating. He was drinking the water out the flower bowl. Oh, I love that scene. It's so funny. It's so good to me. Any other Bad Boys 2 remembrances? I liked Will Smith's purple iridescent suit.
I did too. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was so early aughts. It was great.
Yeah. And it fit nice on him.
I gotta be honest, I can't remember.
What? Man. Another cute part, and it's not cute. Cute's the wrong word. But another part that makes me laugh is when the mom is like, "Is she a Negro?" And it makes me laugh just because it's the way she says it, and his reaction is, "Mom!" And she's like, "You make your bed, you lay in it." And it's just like, girl, what? Like that whole 3 seconds, I'm like, what is happening? I mean, but that makes me laugh a great deal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it just rang so true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a very millennial movie. It's very, it's good. It's good. The plot was clear. And they're coming out with a part 3. So I'm very excited about that. So, Bad Boys 2, you are our Black Nostalgia of the Week. Which now brings us to the very last bit of our show. We also want to thank Trip for coming and joining us. And we always want to thank...
She's never going to invite me again.
That's not true.
Let's be real. The only reason I'm here every week is because I live here.
Oh...
I'm kidding.
Don't say that out loud.
She did.
Private conversation. So, no, please give it up for Big Dog Tash. She's always a great commentator.
Hey.
Yeah, there we go. I needed it. And also shout out to Mr. Ash, who always produces us. And shout out to TS, who is out today, but probably will be back for the next episode.
Hi, TS.
So,
Come back, TS.
Come back. So... the lesson of the day. So during our Jet Beauty of the Week, we discovered that a certain Meggy J looks like a certain hottie off of Flavor of Love. And so because of our...
Revelations.
Right. What?
Revelation.
Okay. Book of Revelations. And so we look upon this girl's biography that's on IMDb. Can be found. First of all, her name is Shatar, which the nicknames write themselves, honestly. So her name is Shatar Sapphira Collier. Wow, I can't believe I remembered that. And she apparently, her and her husband have a production company that they do stuff for, and they're doing great. And you're reading down, and she's talking about how she's from Boston, and she went to the conservatory, and then scroll down, and it says she hosted the BMA Awards, which is like...
At that point, we're like,
what are the BMA? Because I immediately thought maybe she meant BMI, or maybe she thought BMW, or she thought BMP, or just, maybe just BP, or maybe just MB. I don't know. I thought she meant something completely different. But when we Googled it and she said that the BMA Awards are the Billboard Music Awards, we realized this is a pause. So, of course, that conversation carried on.
You were reading it, and it just sounded too good to be true. Like, it was...
You know, they said she's a professional.
Big ups. But
no, we've proved that it's not.
We proved that some of it is true. Some of it's true. So, like, she does have the cooking show. Apparently, I don't know how many people watch it, but she does have the cooking show, which, ironically, America... Side story about Hottie. So the reason why Hottie is a funny person for us is because when Flavor of Love was on the air, he had a fried chicken challenge because, of course, nothing says wife like fried chicken. And he made... Sad. So it's just sad. You ever hear aunties say that? Older aunties.
Sorry.
It's sad. It's sad. Sorry. Sad. Ugly. I love those for those purposes. Anyway.
Bless your heart.
Child, the chicken, it's a fried chicken challenge, and you are supposed to fry the chicken. That's how you win. And we all know and have seen the scene when this person, this mamacita, this queen of the dolls, pulled out a full-on, like, turkey chicken, like the big ones, like the wild bird, my G. Like, just, you know, every leg, every breast, every thigh, every wing, everything. I'm surprised. All it was missing was the feet for appetizer and the neck for, you know, flavor. The whole chicken. This person decorated it. Essentially, decorated it with...
She put the dressing.
Marshmallows, spaghetti noodles. Spaghetti. She just, like, put everything around it and popped the chicken into the microwave and pressed chicken.
Yes. The operative word was microwave.
For fried chicken.
The death of it all.
So then she presented it and was so excited. And he said, whoever did this is really dumb because I don't know why you would hand me raw chicken.
And try to feed it to my mother.
They go to the reunion and it's the talk of the discussion because they said, Hottie, what do you mean? And she's like, Scout's honor. I thought that's how you fried chicken. And it's like, ain't no way. So that's the first story leading up to our lesson to the day. The second story is, as we've said, Elisa, we've known her 20 years. We've known her mom 20 years. She's been our friend for a very long time. And every time that I have seen
the moral of the previous story was to check your sources.
Well, this is both of these.
No, but the Hottie story, we were reading that article and everything in it, just about everything in it was wrong. So we had to check our source on that one because it was outlandish. She was after a while
sounding super accomplished.
So then
go into your story about Lisa.
I was kind of waiting for the check your sources because I was getting to that.
Sorry. But
so now it's almost no point in saying it.
Looking at it.
Okay. So we've known Elisa for a very long time.
There we go.
And when we've seen Elisa, I feel like I might have seen Elisa. I've seen her. I've seen her cousin's mom, I feel like. And I've seen Elisa's mom. But I've never in my life have seen or knew of Elisa's father. So we're sitting at our friend Brandon's house, who lives up the block. And as I was saying before, and we're talking.
Were we outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were outside. We were outside, and all of a sudden, we're talking about, like, everyone's plans, and I think Elisa said something to the effect of, I gotta get home early, gotta get my dad to the store, and I think, like, to a doctor's appointment. And so we all got kind of silent because we were like, oh. And, you know, it happens to me a lot. And so then maybe 10 or 15 seconds went by, and I was like, you have a dad? And so we're all cracking up because
we're all thinking the same thing.
Because we're all thinking the same thing, and it's usually me that asks those questions. And I looked to Elisa, and Elisa's like, yeah, I have a dad. How else do you think I would have gotten here? I'm like, no, I know someone helped in making you, but I just thought your mom was a one mom, like a single,
one mom.
a single mom.
She's a one mom.
Right. Like, she's just a single mom. Not a one mom, guys.
Yes, a one mom. No, it's because he was always working. He worked a lot of...
Right, so that's what she said. Oh, he's always working, but there's probably pictures around him or whatever. And I said, yeah, I bet you the picture that he has, it's like he's reached over and we don't get to see his face.
Might as well been, right?
Right.
He's like the Mr. Wilson of like...
Exactly, like the From Home Improvement, we only see the eyes or just the top of your head.
Or like he's Judy from Family Matters. She went upstairs and like...
Never came back. Why did you do that? Because the next... Well, not only is it rude, but the next thing I was going to bring up is like literally that, but in a literal sense, and I don't appreciate how morbid that joke. I don't have a morbid sense of humor, but it can't be on my show, child, because I'm not getting kicked off of you.
You thought about it. You was
because immediately my brain it went directly there. Which I now have to mention.
Now you have to explain it. I mean...
So very unfortunately, Elisa's father passed not maybe a year or two after that conversation.
So
no.
Tell them what you guys...
So we show up to...
did and did not do. You showed up.
We went to the funeral, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We went to the funeral. And I feel like I was late.
Yeah.
So
No,
like...
Not enough. You were
Yeah.
late.
Yeah, I'm trying...
I feel like you were late. Bitch, you was late.
So I'm just
try to clean it up.
I'm not cleaning it up. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm pretty sure I was late. But according to Lisa, I was definitely late.
This couldn't have happened if you were.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Yes. So I was late, and in the beginning of the service, they still had the viewing of the body. So I was late. So I think Natasha got to see.
I did not.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So none of us were on time.
And joined it.
All of us were late.
No one.
So we didn't make it to see the viewing, and it was a very nice service. My mom sang, and it was just a nice time for us to be together. And so we were there just paying our respects for Lisa's father and trying to be there for moral support. So we go to give her a hug, and Elisa says, well, at least you guys got to see my dad. And Natasha and I were like, no, we still didn't see him because we were late and we didn't get to see the viewing. So, I mean, lucky for us, the program had his face on it.
The first time I see your father is,
Right. And it was like, Elisa, I literally had to hold my laugh.
Sometimes you gotta laugh.
I literally,
don't cry.
She literally said it, and I, didn't have a drink and spat out whatever was in my mouth. Not directly at her, but it was like, I can't believe you just made that joke. And then now you talking about your dad is Judy from Family Matters, talking about he walked upstairs and never came back. No, shame on you because you said it and then because you said it and you knew I was gonna catch it and make the point. And it was a Ponzi scheme, and I don't appreciate that. And so because I don't appreciate that, and because I don't appreciate
Petty.
because I don't appreciate that, and I don't appreciate Hottie telling me that she hosted the BMAs. The lesson of the day is check your sources.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
This has been another successful podcast episode of Nobody Asked Me But. I would like to again thank my two compadres that I've known for a very long time. Tune in next week, wherever you can listen to a podcast. And I'll check you cool kids later.
We're out.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank God this isn't live, huh?
Oh,
I need a tissue. Sorry. I just apologized to my listeners. Like I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm like going over.
See, and I'm happy my accident program is here. Give me that tissue.
Shout out to TS. She's gonna be so upset when she hears this. We should make this a...
Oh, Jesus.
This is the blooper reel right here.
Make this a blooper reel because it's just unfortunate. And, you know, I just have to take better care of my body. That's really what it comes down to. Just TS will tell you that I've been sneezing and coughing for a year.
To get on that celery juice. Tasha.
Yeah, Tasha's over here looking like fucking celery itself, just as green and new money. All because she don't eat potatoes no more.
I can look like, I'll take that. I look like new money.
She's on this keto diet, and they told her she can't have no more potatoes. Now, potatoes ain't nothing wrong with me, okay? Potatoes are fine with me, except they not. So maybe I have to look into it.
We gotta get on this.
But sweet potatoes ain't never bother nobody. They got lots of good femininity.
Yeah, but you can't eat it regular, like
who says?
Once in a while.
Man, we'll get to that later.
Your body says.
That's another episode. Go to the doctor. We'll get to that.
Amen.
We'll get to that. Especially for you, Trip. Not because you have anything. Well, no, you do have things.
To the doctor.
Yeah, that's another conversation. All right. So,